Graham.
Step into the ring.
Welcome to the stream, my dudes. The game's about to start. We have about 12 seconds. 12 seconds till the game starts. It's starting any second now, everyone. The first game between Ace and Rupert. It's a best out of 3. And here commentating with me, I just need to unmute them. The battle is about to start.
The battle is starting, Blue Duck.
Yes, welcome. This is Classics. He is actually a participant as well, but he will be commentating the first game.
Now we got Ace using the Mii Brawler here, and we got Rupert playing Wolf. Now Wolf is a very interesting pick because his kit is very limited. As you can see, that Rupert's just using that speed. I think they're doing a button check here.
There's a bit of lag. I'm wondering where this is coming from. I'm just gonna make sure it's not me. No, sorry, a bit of a thing here. My internet's fine. It seems like there's a bit of lag, and they've both kind of stopped. It's most likely Ace. We all know that Ace's internet is absolutely atrocious.
This is against the rules because they have to fight.
I'll
just go up. I'll just go up there.
Yeah. Just make sure they're not getting any technical difficulties. What is what is happening, my guy? Oh.
It's there was a bit of lag on Ace's end, but the fight's going on now.
The fight's going on now. Ace is still lagging. If he continues to lag, and we know it's him, he's going to be disqualified from the first round. He's going to be penalised. We're not going to get rid of him, but he will be penalised.
As you can see,
he has just taken a buttload of damage.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage here. And see, Wolf. The thing about Wolf is once he gets into the hen, the chooks. Rupert just died. That was. See, as you can see, Rupert here hasn't played a lot of Wolf, but he was able to get that last smash attack and send Ace off the screen.
The game's looking interesting. Ace is starting to spam his down headbutt. He gets a good bit of damage off. Doesn't connect the charge attack.
And see now, with Ace spamming his attacks, Rupert can play it very smart and just, block or wait it out or wait a perfect time to strike. But, he took a bit of damage there. It's because the attacks on me are pretty good. It's just that since Ace uses them a lot, you just learn his pattern and it's pretty easy to defeat him.
Exactly. But it looks like Ace might be able to take this game at the moment. He's currently got the lead.
He might, but Wolf. I've seen
Rupert
a lot of Wolf players pull off some good comebacks, and it's just, as you can see, as I was saying before, Wolf doesn't really have a lot, and that's his side B right there, that lunge, which is hard to hit because you really got to, time it right, and you got to just incorporate it with your air attacks.
Yeah.
See, look at that damage.
Wolf gets some damage. Ace getting a lot more into him. Ace essentially needs to hit something, and then that's GG. He just needs to get one hit, essentially. And Ace wins!
That's it.
Ace wins game 1. He goes ahead in this best of 3. Ace currently leads. We'll be heading straight into game number 2 of this best of 3 series. And then next up after this, we have about a 2-minute break, and then we'll have Classics, who is with me right now, versus Ragmu, or Raging Munchlax, but his name was too long for this broadcast.
Yes. The one thing people do get confused with, since Wolf is a part of the Star Fox series, they expect him to have sort of the same kit as Fox and Falco. As you can see there, as soon as Rupert...
Yeah. The next game is about to start.
As you can see, Rupert is switching to his second character, King K. Rool, which it will be very interesting since King K. Rool is probably one of the best fighters currently in Super Smash Brothers. So it will be interesting to see how he does, if he'll utilize his counter or just, you know, do tons of damage.
Now, Ace has taken a lot of damage so far, and it actually looks like Rupert is dominating this early. Ooh!
You just see
Ace with a good bit of damage.
Is just unreal. And he has a really great recovery as well, so he's just a big tank.
Saves
hits
Rupert from that
cannon.
floor.
Another up smash attack. And another one.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a fairly easy game for Rupert.
And absolutely played that perfectly there. Ace trying to get some damage before he probably takes a life. Oh, Rupert almost getting hit there. And Ace taking a bit more. Didn't get launched though. And there it is, the first life.
I think Rupert now is starting to see the pattern here, as Ace is primarily just going up on the stage and doing his up and down. And so Rupert is just able to just use his smash attack, just get that damage, and then just charge up for a big one to send him up into the sky.
Exactly. Now, the more damage Rupert can do here, he can bring this game back to an even amount. He can take the second game and look to...
Hits him, bang. Well, he could have gone for a suck with the gun, but he chose not to. He did a counter there. Bit too late. Too early, sorry.
Oh!
Let's recovery up there. Now.
Oh, and there it is. So it's 1-1. Ace is looking to somehow get a comeback, but it's very unlikely, I think, at this stage. And so he might... Oh! Well, the good recovery there. See, that's the great recovery.
Yeah, that's the great recovery.
It's very...
They're not utilizing shields or grabs at the moment, which could have played a good part then just before Ace was able to take Rupert's first life. Could have been able to grab him and maybe, you know, provide some room for himself. But that's a smash attack right there.
And there it is.
That's why K. Rool is such a good fighter at the moment.
Exactly.
That first damage. And there we go. So it's 1-1.
It's 1-1. It's that was a pretty good game right there, and we're heading into a game number 3. Yeah, Ace usually sticks with this character. He can maybe bring something this game, maybe a burst of, I don't know, talent. And so we'll see what happens. But I would put my money on Rupert at the moment. He seems to have the better fighter and overall knows how to play that fighter very well. And early here, he's just getting 56% with nothing back at him. Oh. 117 with no reply. Ace is not looking to get too much on before his death, but it seems like it's not going to happen just yet. Rupert probably looking for the to knock him up. Oh shit.
Okay.
I forgot for the actual matchup.
So they're just hearing us talking.
Yeah, no, just for this match, the third game. The other one. Yeah. Well, sorry about that inconvenience there, everyone. I apologize for that. It's me being a bit dumb.
Yeah.
But it looks like Rupert is just absolutely dominating this game right now, and it looks like he will be taking the game and heading to the next round of the winners bracket. And he will be versing either Classics or Raging Munchlax or Ragmu in the next round. We'll see who is able to take that Classics. I wish you luck for that game, my guy.
Thank you very much. It's gonna be.
And there it is.
And that's the game.
I think it'll be a very even matchup. I think you're both very good players, and both of you two are probably the favourites to take the tournament. And I wish you luck, and I hope you can come commentate another game at some point. Well, we're going to go to a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back. Back with the stream. game. So my dudes, the next game should be starting soon. We're just waiting for Ragmu to actually join the lobby. Once he does, we will be heading into the into game number match number 2, and here he is. And so we're going to be heading into game number 2 now between these two. These two are probably some of the best fighters we can get. They're absolutely incredibly talented. We'll see who each of them pick, and yeah. If you missed last game, we had Rupert beat Ace with King K. Rool in game 2 and 3 after Ace took game 1 between Meebrawler and Wolf. And so we're going to have Captain Falcon and Cloud here from Cloud from Ragmu, and Classics is whipping out the Captain Falcon. Both of these two players are incredibly good, and we will see who can take the game. So at the moment, it looks like it's very even. Sorry about Papa Fupa coming into online. Currently, Classics is holding the percent advantage, but it looks like Ragmu is catching up. Good damage there. Oh! And I'm pretty sure, I don't know how that ability works on Cloud. I do not play him, but it looked cool. I don't know if he hit it or not, but it's very even so far. And so we'll see. Good block by Classics there and getting behind and getting a bit of damage on. That is never going to hit. Ragmu looking to smash him off. Oh, looks like Ragmu might be able to take the first life here. Oh, and there it is, out of the field, and Ragmu currently takes the leads game number 1, 1-2. Ragmu getting a lot of damage off onto Classic before Classic can possibly take his life, or maybe he won't even. Maybe it'll be a quick 2-0, and there's a lot more damage there again. And it looks like Ragmu has not taken damage for a very long time, and he's absolutely dominating the second, Classics' second life. And there it is. Game number 1 was a very quick game between these two, and Classics actually falls 1-0 currently to Ragmu. Hey everyone in the chat, welcome to the stream. Welcome Tricia and welcome EE. Sorry for not talking, I was just commentating the games. As you can tell, we will be heading into a game number 2 between these two as soon as they start it up. We'll see if they're swapping any characters. They are not. They are actually keeping the same characters. So we'll see what happens. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, never mind. They're not keeping the same characters. We will see a swap of characters there. How is everyone in the chat doing? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys enjoy the tournament. It is a double elimination tournament. Rupert took game number 1 against Ace. 2-1 after Ace had a very good game, first game. Where he luckily... had Rupert fall off to his death to let him claim that one between Wolf and Meebrawler, and we had Rupert win the next 2 games as King K. Rool. So we're heading into game number 2. Classics has swapped to King K. Rool. King K. Rool has been already picked 3 times now in this tournament, and so we'll see how good he overall performs. He currently has a 100% win rate, so can Classics continue that? King K. Rool already looking to be dominating this game. Already, Classics finally getting some damage onto Ragmu, but Ragmu finally getting some onto him. Oh, it looks like Classics gets a lot there, and it looks like Classics currently holds the keys. Cloud does have that limit ability, which I don't actually understand how it works, but it looks like he's trying to do something, and he can use it, I guess, whenever. Oh, there it goes. But looks like Ragmu's actually caught up in damage pretty quickly. And it's very similar to last game, where they both got to around 100%, but then Ragmu just overtook the game. We'll see what Ragmu can do. Almost gets killed there, Classics, but he plays that well. He's going to have to whip out... Oh, almost gets hit there. This is a very even first life. If Ragmu can... if Classic can pull off a kill here before Ragmu can take him out, that would actually be very good for him. Oh, and Ragmu doesn't get to the edge, and he falls to his death, and we're looking at a very interesting second life for Ragmu. And can Classics bring this to a 1-1? Ragmu will most... Classics wants to get as much damage out. Sorry about that. Before he does, but Ragmu does eventually get Classics, and we will be looking at... Oh! Classics falls to his death, and Ragmu moves on to the next round. Absolutely insane. I didn't expect that right there. So we're looking at game number. We're looking at a next game between Rupert and Raging Munchlax, or Ragmu. And so we'll be back in about 3 minutes. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed those two games right there. Ragmu currently showing dominating performances, and we will see how far I can go through the tournament. Welcome back to the stream. The game is starting. We have Ace in the losers bracket. Sorry, I said we were doing the Rupert versus Ragmu one, but we're actually in the losers bracket beforehand between Ace and Classics. And let's have a look at who will win this one. Ace comes in off at least picking up a win in his game. Classics sadly was not able to, but we'll see how well he can perform this time. So currently, Classics holding the thing. There's a bit of lag there, but it's not that bad. They're both fighters are continuing to fight. Classics gets the hit. Ace with some damage, but oh, Classics played that well. He knew exactly what Ace was about to do, and he absolutely countered it. But this game's currently looking to go towards Classics. But Ace with the hit, and Ace currently leads. Ace won our last tournament from the other day against me. Actually, he actually pulled off a very good comeback with taking the last 2 games of the final. But there he goes. It's currently 0% each, 1-1. So this is going to be an even fight with the second stock. Classics using his very well known. Down B. Unable to connect that one. And sorry, not Classics, Ace using his very well known one. He always uses that one. Ace currently behind in percent. But Classic walks straight into it. He gets launched, but this game is lagging like balls right now. My internet's fine, so it's not me causing it. It's probably Ace. It usually is. This game is very even so far, and we'll see who can take game number 1 in this series. Ace looks to be dominating this one, but we don't know yet. And Classics gets a hit in. Classics really needs. Oh, sorry about that one. Classics really needs to get another strong hit in if he wants to take this one. Actually, make sure my mic isn't muted. It's not. That's good. This game is looking very even. They're both so close, and it really depends on who gets the strong hit in first. And Classics with the hit. Ace is not going to be able to get there, and that is game number 1 over to Classics. Well played by Classics right there. And we'll be heading to game number 2 essentially straight away, and that was very well played by Classics there. And we'll see if he can take another game without Ace pulling off a second win, or will Classics be taken down and the game evened out. Classics sadly took a big defeat to Ragmu 2-0, where he put a good fight up in game number 2, but really wasn't able to capitalize on an early lead. And Ace had a very strong game 1, but was unable to really do much in game number 2 and game number 3, absolutely getting destroyed by Rupert. Classics with the early, Ace with the early damage. Classics gets his feet onto him. Bit of lag right there. Classics getting some more damage down, but it's looking pretty close so far. The loser of this game, by the way, does get eliminated, so we will be seeing our first participant exiting the tournament after this game. Currently, it looks like Ace is the closest one to getting there, but can he pull it back? I've seen two incredible comebacks from Ace before, and I think Ace might be able to pull another one back here. Classics looking to get missing there, sadly, and we don't get to see him get any more damage onto Ace. It seems like both people are actually unable to connect anything, and there we go. Classics finally get something. Ace smashing down, but no, there it is. Classics putting himself in a very good position to move on to the second round of the losers bracket. Can Ace pull a miraculous comeback, or will this be the end of Ace in this tournament? The current champion as well, which would be very sad to see the current champion go and not able to pick up the 2 times, but it is how it is. Classics and Ragmu didn't participate in the last tournament, and so we'll see if Ace is able to do something. He's actually getting a lot of damage down here. Let's see if he can knock Classics off the stage quick enough before he doesn't take too much damage to actually warrant the game as essentially out of control. But there it is, 80%. I think it doesn't matter if Classics loses a life here. I think he's going to take this one. Oh, but he does lose the life. Maybe Ace can pull something off. Maybe Classics falls to his death. You never know. We will see what will happen. Classics looking to end this one, but Ace is actually getting some damage down, but no, Classics actually gets... Oh, and there it is! Falcon Punch. Absolutely. Get out of here. That is a GG right there. And so everyone, we will be back in another about 3 minutes for Rupert versus Ragmu, and we'll see who moves on to the grand final between those two, and heads into the final as the winner of the winners bracket. We're heading into the next game, my dudes.
Here we are. We've got King K. Rool against Cloud.
Both characters that these two performed very well on in their first
Very
games.
well.
But we have seen Ragmu take down a King K. Rool against Classics himself here.
Yeah.
Classics, I'd say there's more of a mistake in the game that actually led to that being a defeat.
It was, but let's focus on this game, shall we, Chris?
Yeah, we will.
As playing this game quite often, I feel Cloud has one advantage against King K. Rool, and that's obviously the limit bar there, which basically is a sort of acts like a smash attack, a final smash, if you will. But as you can see, Rupert's just taking a lot of damage here. It's just Cloud's very mobile. He's got a lot to his kit, and it's just K. Rool. The one thing I struggled at also against Ragmu was that I could not really land on the ground a lot because he was just putting me in the air, and I didn't really have the movement speed to get out of him. But
yeah, he's very good at keeping you in the air and juggling attacks. And there's the first death already. So Ragmu again dominating. Is this our champion, Classics? Or do you think you can maybe take him down? Or do you think Rupert can have a big comeback here and bring him down?
Maybe it's the one thing that that limit bar he had was full, but he must have used it. But as you can see, Rupert now is utilizing his counters quite a lot and trying to keep his distance.
He's actually playing very well, and that is
that's the first hit out.
That's a fantastic kill right there by Rupert. Absolutely fantastically played.
Another counter, very well, very nice.
Is Rupert actually going to be able to take this game? He's actually playing insanely well on this King K. Rool.
Now, I've heard Ragmu say to himself that he thinks to himself as the Australian Sonic Fox, and I don't think that's what's quite happening here. As you can see,
me neither.
Rupert's acting like Goichi, and he's
what a counter right there.
See, the only thing now, if Rupert does win this, is that Ragmu will probably ask for a side switch, but that is quite a big hit into the air. He's going up into the air. He's got the helicopter.
If Rupert can get to the ground, maybe he can bring this game back. Well played there. This game is very intense.
The Barrett. Side
Rupert's
switch.
Gonna have to.
I am on the edge of my couch.
I'm on the edge of my seat here. Almost connects the counter, but it doesn't. And Ragmu takes game number 1 in
a very close game.
Probably the best game we've seen so far. Would you agree, Classics? An absolute
I would
banger.
agree. And just like Sonic Fox when he fought Goichi in Dragon Ball, they're gonna have to do a side switch, and it's just
So we're gonna head into game number 2 of this 3-game series.
I don't like that Cloud skin because I hate that fucking turtleneck. The other one's better because he's like in a black coat, and this he's just in a fucking turtleneck.
Well,
and it's
there's the side switch. Is Rupert swapping character here, Classics?
Now, Chris. Just before I came back to the commentator's desk, Rupert did say to me that he had a special character that was saved for me and for Ragmu. That he said he hasn't really played a lot, but he's got the gist of it. So we might be seeing that special character here now.
And it is the Ganondorf.
It could be Ganondorf. We do not know. But the one thing about Ganondorf, he is a slow but more powerful version of Captain Falcon.
Yeah, he's a very hard hitting moves, but he's
a very hard
hitting
unit, but he's very slow. He is a big unit. But as you can see,
I actually versed Ragmu as Ganondorf yesterday and absolutely got destroyed. So I know that Ragmu can play into the Ganondorf pretty well.
Chomp down that barrier.
I think Rupert's taking a big risk here, swapping into Ganondorf.
He's trying to get that big sword hit on him, but it's just not working.
Yeah.
He needs a couple of grabs and a couple of things, and he'll be all right. But it doesn't look like he's doing well. And that limit bar is almost full as well. So there we go. And that's it.
That's it. Rupert with the big hit, and that is giving him the lead.
Ganondorf is just that's why
he's picked this character to do that, and it's paid off for him. But the game is back even. But we will see.
Game's back even.
If Rupert can pull off another one, that goes to a game number 3. Ooh. Good block there from Ragmu. Ragmu getting the damage off. He currently leads this fight with a pretty good amount of damage, but Rupert can always come back. And Ganondorf doesn't need that enemies don't really need to be on a large amount of percent for him to launch them with that attack. Usually it's only about 60 to 70, and he is able to get enough
he's
there.
trying to do that grapple there, but Ragmu is just hitting him back, telling him, "Hey, I run this shit."
And
but as you can
it
see,
looks like that is GG, and we're going to be heading to Classics versus Rupert in the next game in about 2-3 minutes time. And Ragmu is heading to the final, and the winner of the next game will have to reset the bracket if they want to take Ragmu down. Classics, I wish you luck in your game, and thank you for commentating.
I'll be back soon. Well, not really soon. Yeah, so.
Welcome back, everyone. The next game is about to start. We have Mewtwo versus Ganondorf. Classics whipping out the Ganondorf as well, and Rupert is playing the Mewtwo. We will see who can take this one. I know Rupert has been playing Mewtwo a decent amount, and he is a decent player at him, but I've never seen Classics whip out the Ganondorf, so we'll see what happens here. Currently, very even amount of damage on each other. Classics is already getting enough damage for him to probably be able to knock Rupert away. But Classics is going to fall to his death because of that bad recovery there. So it's already a 1-0. And Rupert could be heading into the... This could set up Rupert to take game 1 and potentially head to the final. Rupert currently easily winning this matchup, I would say. And Classics probably went in this with a lot of confidence. Is now being, let me say, he's probably being stunned by how well Rupert is playing. And Rupert is just dominating this matchup right now, and this could be a very quick 1 minute and 30-second game at this rate. It looks like it. Ooh, Classics get some damage done, and there's the first kill for Classics. Can he bring this one back? Probably not, but we will see. But charging up a ranged attack to see if maybe he can launch it on to Classics and maybe get a kill here. Ooh. Classics is dead, and that is game number 1, everyone. So Rupert currently leads this fight 1-0. We'll see if Classics whips out the Ganondorf again, but I don't think that went too well for him. And the Mewtwo pick went absolutely insanely well for Rupert here. And we will see if he can bring it back, Classics, or if Rupert has got this one in the bag. So I would not be surprised if Classics ends up swapping character. Because that wasn't the greatest performance from Classics there. And we will see what happens though. Rupert currently taking the first game of this matchup, and Rupert looks like maybe he's swapping character as well, keeping Classics on his toes. Rupert probably doesn't want to let Classics learn exactly what he's doing in each fight, and fair play to him for doing that. We don't want we want interesting matchups, and we will see what happens. So the game should start any moment now once both fighters are ready. And we have Rob versus Greninja. Greninja is something I've seen, I think I've seen Rupert play once or twice before. I don't remember exactly though, but Rob is a character I've seen Classics play once before. He played very well, but it's an interesting pick to me. And we will see if Classics can bring a lot with this pick. I was expecting maybe Captain Falcon or Ken, but I see Rob is the pick, and he's actually doing insanely well so far. And he hasn't really been using his range either. Oh, and there it is. Use his range at very close range. Classics with a lot of damage so far. Rupert probably stunned with this pick now. Classics going for the up attack, but it will not work when your opponent is next to you. Oh! Oh, Classics with a lot of damage there. Well, he knew exactly where Rupert was going to land and played that insanely well. Classics really just needs to get a good hit on, and then that should be the first stock for Rupert. Or can Rupert maybe pull something off? We don't know. Classics had an opportunity there, but didn't really take it. Rupert really trying to get as much damage before maybe he dies on this one. But he seems to actually be doing quite alright. Even though he's on a 182%, Classics just isn't able to get the launch off. And with that being the case, you know, if he can't get the launch off, he's not going to win the game. He's got a strong hit. Rupert really bringing himself back into this game right now. Does not want to let Classics get it, and there it is. Spin it to win it. With a big spin right there, Classics puts the game into his favour with one stock up, but we will see. He has 70%, and if Rupert can maybe get a big hit here, we will see if maybe he can bring the game back into his favour. Well played there by Rupert, playing the aerial game well. But Classics getting a lot more damage off, and it looks very the substitute. It looks very likely we will be heading into a game number 3. And there it is. There is the game number 3. Rupert falls to his death, and game number 3 is on the cards, everyone. I wonder who each of these players will pick. They're both very flexible players, it seems. But whoever wins will have to take down Ragmu's Cloud, who at the moment is currently completely undefeated from my understanding. So we will see what happens. And yeah, well, let's head into game number 3. Let's see if either of these two are picking anything. It seems like we have Rupert swapping character. It seems like Classics is very likely to stick with the Rob pick. And Rupert is likely to swap. Maybe he'll bring out the King K rule again. Maybe he does bring out the King K rule again. He absolutely popped off with the King K rule when he last played him. He even had a very, very good game with Ragmu. The closest game, the best game and the closest game we had in the tournament so far. And so we will see who heads to the grand final to face Ragmu, who's currently absolutely dominated the competition so far and looks to be becoming the champion. So, pretty even fight so far. Oh, he sucks him into the gun. I don't know exactly what it's called. Classics grabbing him, but Rupert getting out straight away. I want to see Rupert do some good counters. He was absolutely tearing it up with the counters when he was playing King K. Rool against Ragmu. And absolutely currently leading this match as well. He is a very good King K. Rool player. But Classics did play very well with Rob last game, so we'll see if either one of them can really pull it off. Classics, good recovery there. Crown's going to hit Classics though. I don't know if he noticed or not. Could have probably brought the block in, but that's okay. Stopping the Crown from being thrown. The game is... Oh, and King K. Rool gets the launch, and it's currently 2-1 in favour of Rupert. He's currently got the 2 stocks. Ooh, somehow not hitting the counter, and Rupert will recover. Oh no, he will not. Sadly, doesn't find the edge, and this game has gone from being in Rupert's favour, just in Rupert's favour, to now being dead even again, and it could be a close one today. Crown does connect there. Classics not going for the block, instead looking to get some damage from the cannonball, which I was very surprised by. He could have just blocked and then maybe gone for some damage. Very dangerous there for Classics to put himself into that spot. Good jump there from Classics to... Oh, and that's GG! Rupert is in the final with an absolute banger of a game. GG between these two fighters. Because we're heading into the grand final, we're going to take a 3-minute break. We will be right back. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the matches so far. Rupert with an absolutely incredible performance in these few games, but especially that last one. I think he played very well. And so we will be back in a few minutes for the grand final between Ragmu and Rupert. Now we're heading into game...
I should ban some characters.
We're heading into game number... into the grand final. So Rupert, if he wants to win this tournament... Oh no, the game's not starting.
He's switching.
He's switching. Is this a tactical switch?
He's playing Dark Samus.
So it's Dark Samus versus Cloud. Rupert, this is a pick that we haven't seen him play. He's been very...
So we've got Weeaboo versus Space Woman.
essentially.
Yeah.
So
What the fuck's going on here?
Cloud or Ragmu getting some damage off. Ragmu is completely undefeated in the tournament so far, and Rupert has to go and beat him in 4 games, essentially, if he wants to win this. So it's going to be a big challenge for him, but I've seen him play very well in his last few games. I was very surprised actually with how well he played against Classics. I'm sorry for your unlucky loss there, but he played very well. Especially, and in general, he's been pulling out very good King K. Rool performances this tournament.
King Carol's a bit of a fat cunt, but
King K. Rool is pretty strong.
definitely needs a nerf. Hopefully, one of the Nintendo developers of Smash is
Oh.
watching, and then they go, "Hey,
Good recovery by him.
Could have been dead. He was like fucking below the screen there. I couldn't even see him. Pull out my microscope.
Ragmu absolutely almost dying there, and I was very surprised that he did not actually take the first stock there. But it looks like Ragmu is dominating the aerial game again. Well, Rupert getting some damage off. This game is nowhere near over though. Both these players are playing well, but Ragmu once again dominating, especially through that aerial play. But Rupert with some good damage there. Good jump. That still somehow hit Rupert. I was pretty sure he was above it, but you know, hitboxes. Oh, good block there. Rupert probably maybe even surviving a death there from that block. But Ragmu with the aerial game.
Why the fuck does Cloud have a big kitchen though?
Well, because he's got to make
What
some
is
food.
Cloud? Who names their kid Cloud?
Well, the first stock is taken by Ragmu against Rupert. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this game overall? Classics.
I reckon just Rupert's just gonna hit him with that big fucking orb, and then Cloud's just gonna go, you know, into the clouds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like that, bang, he's in the fucking cloud. But he's still alive somehow, and he gets to the edge, and it's just what's going on? I mean, he's on 160 now. Come on, just there. He's in the cloud.
Is Ragmu
He's
going?
still,
Ragmu's still alive. Ragmu's still alive. We'll see.
I reckon we should do a drug test.
Yeah, I
just to
think.
make sure.
You know, in future competitions, we should do drug tests for our
future
participants.
competitions.
Yeah.
I think Cloud just shouldn't be part of the Smash fucking roster. I mean, who thought this was a good idea?
Well, I think, you know, Cloud is a very strong character, but I think Ragmu is playing him very, very well.
You can't even play Final Fantasy on any Nintendo console, man. The fuck?
Well, we'll see here. Ragmu, probably almost getting the launch, but he is dominating this game again.
Fucking get him, you Korean. There you go.
No, he does not
Still
die.
alive! What the fuck?
He does not die.
Fucking
And there it is.
Okay, there you fucking go. It takes fucking.
This game is looking like it is
punch from
probably
fucking
over
Satan.
though.
I have an interesting proposal to offer to Ragmu.
This is the sort of game that gets you sponsorships, isn't it, Matthew?
Now, if Ragmu does win this tournament, or this match, I would like to offer a proposal to him.
What is this proposal here, Classics?
That I would verse him, and that if I win
You are the champion?
the first game, I get the championship.
I think we'll save that for another day. Classics, not today.
I reckon today because he thinks he can win, but I have a trick that he won't see coming.
Well,
And he'll
do you
probably say
think
no
Rupert
since
is still
since he's
alive?
a-
Never mind. There
he's
it
a
goes.
beta cut.
Game number 1. We'll be heading into game number 2 pretty soon. Classics will
Wasn't
be
that
back.
game 2?
Yeah. Game number 1 is over, but we're heading into game number 2 in a minute. Classics, I'll be right back with you. I just got to update the thing and it mutes you. Sorry about that. So I'll be right back. So Rupert sadly falling in game number 1 of this fight. Do I think Rupert can maybe pull it back? Will Rupert swap character? Or will Ragmu win this one and stay undefeated and head to... Oh, I actually have it saying Ragmu is already on 2 in the grand final, even though he's on 1.
They heard my proposal.
And
And
you are
Harry's
back on
being
stream as well?
and Ragmu's being a beta cuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well-
he doesn't accept my challenge.
Well,
because
you
he
know,
knows I'm the champ. And now we see a King K. Rool coming in. Now this is going to be a bit interesting. You know, you got a big fucking alligator or crocodile, and as you can see, Chris, his left eye, it's a bit fucked.
yeah.
But here we go, alligator versus guy in a turtleneck sweatshirt. He probably wants to kill him because that turtleneck is made from one of his cousins or uncles or some shit like that.
Probably.
But,
So
yeah,
we're heading into this. Rupert is a very good King K. Rool player. I'm surprised he hasn't played him more often in this tournament. He has actually had some very dominating performances on this character. And as you can already see, can he pull this off? Can he take the first game off Ragmu? Even just taking a game of Ragmu would be considered as a success, I would say, in this tournament because of how well Ragmu's playing.
As you can see, Chris, he's got the cracks in his stomach. The cracks are appearing, and I think he's in this to win it now. Harry doesn't know how to play against a K. Rool, so because you know the projectile, that crown coming back. You always think when he throws it out and it's coming back, it's not going to do any damage to you. But no, Chris, it gets in your ass, mate. It gets in your ass.
It does. It does.
It does.
Ragmu currently getting a lot more damage on. Ragmu, and it still hits. The crown is absolutely dominating this fight. And another one.
He's just keeping his distance, using his projectiles, just keeping away from that sword.
Getting some chip.
There's that damage, and he's there.
The limit's on. Can Ragmu get the kill right here and now? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. And there it is.
Early. He's got him. He's got him. Come on. Just fucking give him a left, right, good night, and that's it.
Gets clapped.
Smack him. Get clapped. Clap from bitch. That's what Rupert just said. But oh, there you go. That's it. Bang.
Absolutely
Just
sent
like-
flying, and this game is
just
once
like,
again
yeah.
on.
Just like fucking Ronda Rousey versus Thing. Just fucking kick to the head. Bang. Alright. As you can see.
Well, Rupert with the wrong way.
Mr. Cannon. Mr. Cannon. He's using his shield. He's trying to absorb some damage. But there's a crown. Shield coming out.
Oh,
Or shouldn't have used the helicopter there. He's just in reach. But
helicopter
coming out
again. It's putting
Helicopter.
yourself,
It's very, very risky.
even though it is a very good
With the
recovery, it
launch.
does put you in a lot of risk, and it looks like Ragmu is dominating this second life that each of these players have had. But
He does have full limit, and that's the limit being used. And
Does-
he was trying to charge it up again.
it does look like Rupert is in a very bad situation here. Can he bring it back, or is this the tournament right here, Classics? Do you think? And there it is,
And that's it.
and that's the tournament right there.
Actually, it's not. He's coming back in.
He's still in. Is this the
Helicopter's
comeback?
out. The helicopter.
Is this the comeback? Is this?
What is happening?
That was the Rupert taking the first game.
As you can see, he had a bit of soap, on his Nintendo Switch there from Ragmu. His hands were a bit sweaty, knees weak, arms were heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already, probably that he made, but still, that was atrocious. It was very unlucky. He thought he had it. We thought it was over.
My chest absolutely hurts right now from coughing too much.
The great thing about esports is anyone can come back, except in League. If you're getting fucked in your top lane, you're gone. Okay.
Agreed.
And here we go, the game again. Now let's see what will happen. Now, Crown's coming out, hits him in the fucking head, hits him again.
Is this Rupert coming back? And can that comeback be him taking?
I think what Rupert is, he's getting in touch with his Korean esport ancestors. All right, he's summoning Goichi. He's saying, "Look, help me the fuck out." And there we go. Look at that. Ragmu's just like, what's happening? Oh, and then okay, there we go. The limit's coming out,
Didn't launch him as far as I expected it to.
and now he's just juggling like a fucking sack of potatoes at Woolworths. The crown's coming out again.
It's still a very even fight. If that
Very even
connected,
fight. Ooh.
if that had connected, that could have been the first stop. And Rupert with more damage. This is a very
The crown's coming back. Look at that crown. It's just.
Oh!
And that, ooh. See now, I think he's got him on edge now. He's got him on edge. He's like, what's happening? What's going on? Who is this man?
Is this the
He doesn't know what to do.
reincarnation?
His mind's confused. He's just thinking to himself, shit. Like, what the fuck?
This is these two have been just absolutely incredible performers in this tournament so far. I'm surprised.
This rivalry has outdated throughout history. Okay, it's one it started since they were children,
Exactly.
and it's just, and now they're just like, hey.
Oh, the first stock goes.
But as you can see but I don't think he's going to survive long here. That's all. Actually, he might get a bit of damage off.
We know that Ragmu is very good at holding a lot of his damage.
But
Oh,
that's
there it
smack.
is.
That's smack. Hey,
Rupert-
what do the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. Fucking bang. That's it. Here we go. A punch, boxing glove. Shooting that cannonball. He could have sucked him back up. But he didn't want
Oh, the
and that counter. He sucked up the cannonball. Oh, just missed. Just by a hair on the nostril.
And the crown always, it's got that little bit more range than everyone expects, it seems.
Barrier. Ooh.
He went for the... Oh!
Ooh.
Dodges it!
Smooth criminal.
Can Rupert bring this back, or is this game? It looks pretty... Dire! Another beautiful counter from him. And this game it's still on. Oh! The game's still open.
It's anyone's game now.
Rupert does have to reset the bracket though.
The counter.
So if Rupert wins this, it goes to another best of 3, and that's GG.
Oh.
Ragmu wins the tournament. What a tournament! Rupert absolutely playing his mind out. But Ragmu is your champion. Classics, thank you for commentating with me, and thank you everyone for tuning into the tournament.
Now, the tournament may be over.
Ragmu, sorry, Matt, can you please go up there and ask if Ragmu wants to come down for a quick interview as the champion?
Yeah, I'll interview him.
No, you bring him down here and you interview him.
Here we have the 2018 Weekly Smash tournament champion, Mr. Raging Munchlax. Round of applause. Congrats, mate.
Very, very good performance by you today, Raging
Very
Munchlax.
good performance. Now, I got a few questions for you here, buddy.
Yeah.
What was going through your head?
How the fuck have I done this?
Yeah. I mean, it was... We thought the game was over. We thought it was over. You know, we saw him go off the screen, but he came back. He came back like Jesus when he rose during Easter, and you just went off the edge.
I won.
Yeah, and then you won. Now, were you predicting the K. Rool pick? Were you predicting it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Now, as you can see, he got a few licks in with that counter. Now, was that a bit of trouble for you, or were you just, you know?
It's always hard with the counter, especially when you're trying to edge guard, just because you never know if they're going to use it or not.
Yeah.
But I think there were also a couple times where I successfully baited it out and managed to punish him for it. So overuse becomes too predictable.
Now, the one thing me and Chris were always talking about is the one thing of K. Rool. He's got that crown. That crown goes back, and when it comes back, it just gets in your ass. Yep. Now, was that a bit annoying?
I have this thing with K. Rool where once I think he throws his crown, I think I can do damage and that'll stop it coming back. But that is definitely not the case.
Yeah, it's not the case.
So yeah, it does get me every now and again.
Chris, do you have any other questions?
How like big yikes right there. So with the Cloud pick, do you feel that the character is overpowered, or you're just very skilled at him?
I don't think Cloud is overpowered. He's got great buttons, great neutral. His specials are also pretty good. He's got a lot of killing power. His recovery is pretty shit though, so you got to be careful with that. I don't think he's overpowered. I think he's fairly balanced, but he's just one of the better characters.
There seems to be a fight going on between Ace and Rupert.
We'll have that is on in the background.
We'll just have that on as the background, you know, just as a bunch of retards playing. But okay. Now, were there any other second picks to say if Cloud wasn't working, Raging?
I think I was going to whip out the Zero Suit Samus at some point, but I managed to do okay with Cloud. I thought I was going to have to pull out Zero Suit once I lost against K. Rool for the first time. His kid is uploaded, but then I won this game before we could reset the bracket. So
I had a feeling that I was going to see a Corrin come out from you today.
yeah, Corrin was a potential, but I think against K Rule, Zero Suit is a little bit better than Corrin does.
Well, Raging Munchlax, you are officially the champion. You will
Sure
receive your rewards of the Discord thing
You get
sometime
and you
today.
receive a
I've already got it. Fraser did it for me.
There it is, the champ.
Yep.
So you're currently the champion. And everyone, we will probably see you back around this time within a week or so to have another tournament. We'll see if Classics can maybe actually perform well this time. He had a very bad tournament this time, but I think Classics will...
tired from work, you know,
Yeah,
my wrist
Classics-
hurts. Destroyed Dick December is upon us, Chris. So it is quite hard for me.
Yeah, I can completely understand. And so we'll see, and we'll also see if Rupert can whip out a big tournament, or if Ace can reclaim his championship. But that's all, folks.
But we're still not done. We still got one more
Oh,
fight.
yeah, we got this.
Not for any, just for, you know,
This is a
for the fans.
Exactly.
It's me against Ragmu, and I'm pulling out a special character.
okay. We have one more fight for the fans.
One more fight. Just wait for these fucking idiots. I don't know why Fraser's playing Bowser. He's trying to do that fucking suicide thing, but he fucking fails at it. Look at him. Fucking dumbass.
It looks like Ace. Can Ace actually? He does take this one. So technically, Ace, like, you know, if Ace versus Ragmu, I bet you he'd win.
He could have played Bowser, but since he's a shit cunt and he plays WoW, he just doesn't know what's happening. He's like, where's my mana? Where are my spells? Where's the cooldown? He's looking for his add-ons. But we're going to go for the match now, for the fans.
I'll be commentating this one.
For the commentating. We might get the other guys to commentate if they want.
Come ask Ace if he wants to come commentate, as long as he doesn't say any bad words. So we'll be heading into the final game before we end it all today. So we have, is this... Classics is whipping out the Cloud today, and Ragmu is whipping out the Zero Suit Samus as the final game. Ragmu, the champion of the tournament, and this is just a final match before we end the stream. So it seems like Classics is currently winning this, and maybe looking to learn to play Cloud after seeing how well Ragmu performed on this character. Ragmu was also a very good Zero Suit Samus player. He didn't need to whip out any other characters. Yes, Rupert, I was going to say we should. But Ragmu didn't need to whip out any other characters besides Cloud, which was interesting. Definitely shows maybe that gap between everyone, but I would say Rupert was able to have a very good performance on King K. Rool especially. Classics taking Ragmu out in round 1. Ragmu currently the champ, but he isn't playing his main character that he went through the tournament with, so obviously this isn't an official match. This is just a show match essentially. And Classics just killed himself, and that's GG. Thank you everyone for watching the stream and watching the tournament. I will be uploading the highlights onto into a YouTube video or something, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And congratulations to Raging Munchlax for winning the tournament and becoming the champion. We will see you on the next